Hey folks, um, I want to try something new. I guess this is no script, just an idea, an experiment. I guess I've always thought of making like some sort of podcast, and I don't really have anyone to do it with. And a while back, I made some videos. I titled them "Talking to Myself," I guess. And I was thinking that sounds like a good idea. I tend to talk to myself a lot anyway, especially on stream. And I was thinking of an idea of making a podcast on my own, which is technically not what a podcast is, but I mean, no one can stop me, I guess. And I have no idea if anyone's gonna even listen to this eventually, but um, the idea of just talking to myself would be just obviously it's in the name. I don't think I'll go through with it, but I guess it's worth giving it a try. Um, this is just pure spontaneity, I guess. Yes. Uh, I've been sitting here for the past 2 hours, and I've just been feeling super guilty, I guess, obviously. Due to the whole COVID thing and stuff, everyone's been sitting at home, or at least has been, some of them for quite a while. But in the US, some people have started working. I'm not one of them, unfortunately. My wife has, though, which is kind of sad. Well, I'm making this about myself, which kind of sucks. I don't like working, don't get me wrong. Honestly, I like staying home, but at the same time, I know it's wrong because you have to work, you need to work, you need to be a functional human being. Not doing it and just sitting at home and just doing whatever you want and working 1 day a week. Not looking for a different job because you really want to keep your first job and just trying to struggle through, I guess, with money from the from unemployment and shit is kind of, I don't know, it's easy, but it's guilt inducing. I can just stay here. I can stream for hours and have fun and stuff while my wife goes to fucking work for 6 days a week. Um, and I'm still the one complaining. I guess it's kind of shitty. I complain honestly when it comes to complaining. I'm one of the worst people you could ever meet. So don't talk to me because I will complain about something. So yeah, if you see me on the street, probably won't, but just saying. That's why I kind of keep my mouth shut most of the time because I don't really talk a lot about stuff. The only thing I talk about is complaining about something usually. I've learned that the hard way. Just keep your mouth shut, don't talk and stuff like that. Plus, I don't really like people, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like most people nowadays are the same as I am, or maybe not. Just to a degree, everyone has some sense of anxiety or fear, depression. Something is going on because we're not really busy. We're some of us just, especially youngsters who don't really do much. Like I'm fucking 30 almost, and I feel like I'm 15 or 20 or some shit. I just lost in this loop of like not knowing what the fuck to do with my life. I went to school, studied and stuff, finished it, and now I'm in this place where I just feel stuck because I'm too lazy to pick up anything else to do. I like not doing anything. I am a lazy prick, which is sad. People are disappointed in me, of course, and it fucking sucks too. I don't know what this can help anyone with. Probably won't. Obviously, everyone nowadays needs to be happy and all joyous and freaking filled with rainbows and other colorful shit. Otherwise, people will not accept you because no one wants to be a downer. No one likes a downer, and that's exactly what I am. If you complain about something, you should do something about it. And yes, I agree. But at the same time, I don't feel like doing anything because I want stuff to be the way it was. It wasn't bad. People have something against me and my job, honestly. Um, well, they don't really have anything. They've just, that's me being paranoid. They want something better for me because my present job isn't the best idea. the best thing to do, I guess. It's not really high up there. I I don't have high aspirations, I guess. After college ended, kind of discovered what it takes to be what I've learned, and it definitely doesn't fit me as a person. And it's sad because I have this kind of predisposition towards, I'm gonna say depression, but I'm not technically depressed. I'm just easily sad, I guess, or just I can find the negative in anything and just stick to it. It's something that I do. I use it for artistic expression, but at the same time, it's not the best not the best thing to do. And just struggling to find a place to go, or just find a path in life. My main goal at some point was just to stick to my wife and just be together with her. After I've managed to do that, I didn't really take into consideration any other aspects such as a job or career or anything. These things never stood out for me, and I don't really identify myself with someone who wants to have a huge career or aspirations or something. I just want to feel good. It sounds hedonistic and really basic and like sinful in a way, I guess you could say, but it's I guess it's a goal, kind of. Like, wanting to feel good isn't that bad. It's basic, it's simple. I really don't, stuff that I could do, I really don't know. It's kind of sad, like being almost 30 and not knowing exactly who you are or what you are or where you're going, and not wanting to do anything, just feeling numb, just bored, or just completely unmotivated. Feels so sad. And anything you like to do has no tangency with anything that could make money out of it. Plus, I'm a really big numbskull when it comes to just making money or making money out of nothing. Or everyone nowadays just does streams, YouTube. It's such an oversaturated market that it's almost impossible to grow. Everyone says, well, there are streamers who say, "Oh, make different other platforms and make yourself be found there." If one of them doesn't work, how the fuck would another one work? I don't know. Depends, I guess. It's easy to stream. Just press play, and start talking to a camera, and just talking to yourself, just like how I am, and just play something, and you'll have something to say, or someone will pop up eventually. When it comes to YouTube and all those things, you need a lot more skills, I guess. Than just playing video games or just talking. Twitch is the easy way out, to be honest with you. Easy way out. Easy for anyone because you don't need to edit anything. You just need, like, I guess a decent computer maybe, and like maybe a webcam if you want to, a microphone that sounds okay. Obviously, a lot more people want to do it now as something more professional than a few years ago, especially because of the state of the world right now. Including I've been doing this for almost 5 years, and honestly, it feels like I started yesterday. I've grown for nothing, for shit. Maybe a little bit, but it's still far from. It's still hard for me to comprehend this as being a job. It's kind of so dumb. Honestly, it's dumb. You're just playing something, doing nothing, feeling good, kind of feels wrong in a way. Making money out of this stuff, I don't know, because you're not technically. I mean, some people teach other people stuff. You're giving entertainment, but I watch some streamers and they're not funny at all for me, while others, it's so subjective and it's so dumb, but there are it's so RNG based, sort of. The biggest way and the easiest way to not use another platform to grow. Of course, there are stream coaches and shit that might give you an idea of how to become a streamer by using different techniques and other weird shit that I don't even know about. I haven't done any research. Honestly, I've tried learning from them or like following their videos, but I'm such a ignorant asshole that I still do what I want instead of listening to them and maybe applying their teachings. But I know that their teachings are something that everyone else is gonna do as well. So if everyone does something, no one's gonna have success. You can't have attention when everyone else wants it, in a way. So might as well just do whatever the hell you want. And unfortunately, when I worked, streaming was just a pastime for me. I enjoyed streaming a lot. But now, I saw this opportunity, I guess, of like almost a fucking year almost. Jesus Christ. I thought maybe 6 months and I'm gonna just take off or some shit. No, it didn't happen at all. It's my fault, obviously. I'm the only one to blame. I haven't done really much. It's basically, and my biggest fault is I just like doing everything alone. Everything just feels like something I want to do, something that I feel responsible about. I don't want to attach myself to other people and like a fucking leech. I'm not sociable. I don't really engage in conversation with other streamers, other people online, which is something crucial, I suppose you can say that needs to be done. Pardon my English. I'm not English, obviously, or American, for that matter. So English is just a side language for me. But I've been using it for quite some time now, anyway. So doing my own thing hasn't been successful at all, and since I haven't been able to work, I've been streaming a lot more. And everyone has that hope that one day you'll take off, but it just, I guess that the mentality matters, like the law of attraction. I don't even know if that's fucking true or not. That's kind of dumb, but whatever. But sometimes it works, I suppose. Like because the law of attraction requires you to be somewhat positive, to believe that if you think positively of something, you'll attract it. But honestly, everything is just pure coincidence. Like nothing is arranged, nothing can be. It honestly just everything happens on. Of course, actions are the ones that dictate the events of the future, but not law of attraction. But I guess that's also an action in a way, because you're thinking of something. If you're thinking it, you're probably gonna act in a certain way, and then you're gonna make it happen. So in a way, like in a very pseudo psychological way, you're affecting the universe. It's kind of dumb, but I guess it kind of works. But this is like 15-year-old girl TikTok type science that, for me, no. I'm very... Call me a Scrooge. I really don't enjoy interacting, I guess. Sometimes I do like it, but I don't seek it. Honestly, I don't go looking for people, or I enjoy being alone all the time. Just being by myself and just honestly wasting time, which I completely despise myself because I hate wasting time. Especially now, I'm staying at home. I'm doing chores once in a while, but not more than that, I guess. I do try to work once a week and cover for others and stuff, but I'm not looking for something else, honestly. Just this whole COVID thing just threw everything upside down for everyone else. Except streamers and people online. I have no idea where the hell people are getting money from to donate and give streamers. Like, honestly, I assume it's not the average person who's donating, but the actual people who actually have money, which fuck knows, Dubai, maybe some sheikh or sheikh, I don't know, sheiks. I have no idea what the fuck those are called. I'm being so offensive, I'm sorry, fucking hell. But yeah, this is me talking about random shit for 15 minutes now. I wanted to start this in a different way with a different subject and maybe a different tone, but This is just me ranting, I guess. This is a rant. But I'm gonna name it talking to myself. And I was thinking of spreading it or making it in 3 parts. I don't exactly know what exactly. The first part would be something that pisses me off, like a random event or like the whole streamer thing, just feeling guilty for not working, not being able to. I am able to. I'm just not looking for something else. I hate doing something that I don't want to. Being forced into something just because you have to. I don't technically have to, but I feel compelled by circumstances to go look for a job that I don't want. I've done it, and honestly, most of the jobs around here have shitty schedules, and I'm picky too. Like I'm one of those royalty ass fuckers that thinks he's better than everyone else, kind of. And I just want the perfect schedule, and I want to do something that I enjoy doing. The ideal shit. Probably everyone else wants, but no one really gets it, with the exception of just a few. And that's why everyone's going for streaming. Everyone's going for things that don't require a lot of work to put into, I guess. Like streaming, professionals and all those other big guys stream for 7-8 hours, maybe 12 sometimes, because it's their job. The more you stay live, the more people you get, and the flow keeps coming, I guess. But people like me, who I stream for 3 to 4 hours a day, 3 days a week, which is kind of non-lucrative, because I don't really get much from it, just enjoyment for myself. But it sucks when you're forced to think of it as not a pastime anymore. And I really don't want to do any more jobs that are like low end. I apologize to all those people doing the low end jobs. Without you, honestly, the world would not go round. I know, because no one wants to do the shitty jobs, and those who do deserve more praise than they get. But it still sucks though, because you still feel dissatisfied and pissed off when you get home, because you're gonna have to go back to that shitty job the next day, which sucks big time. Everyone wants to get to the top or something. I don't know. I for one have had some shitty jobs, changed. I got lucky with other jobs. The one I have now isn't really the best thing ever, but I've learned that you can have the best job, but if the people you work with are shitty as hell, then the job's gonna suck regardless. So the job I have now has decent people that I can work with. Just I feel at home or just accepted, and we were a functional system. And even though it's a low-end job, I still felt like satisfied with doing it. It just feels nice, because I was responsible and I knew what I was doing, and people actually depended and were kind of okay with me doing my job. And that was one big factor for me, was that I could work alone. I'm not okay with teams. I don't work well with people. I'm very independent. If I'm doing something, I like to be left alone to my own devices and do my own thing. But it also needs to be a specific thing. Like I'm dumb. I can't work with my brain very well, especially when it comes to a job like, I don't know, something in front of a computer or anything like that. So I can't do desk work. For me, it's physical, but at the same time, not heavy lifting. Yeah, it's a lot of complaints. All I have is complaints, complaints upon complaints, excuses. And I've heard so many people say in the past few days, if there's something that pisses you off that someone mentions, when someone mentions it, then you do have to do something about it to change it. And I'm not really doing any, like, a lot of things to change anything. I'm just waiting for stuff to go back. Like everyone else, I hate change instead of embracing it. I don't have that mentality. I'm very negative. I'm prone to stress and anxiety. And because of this, I tend to avoid situations where I encounter stress and anxiety, which is kind of like daily life, to be honest with you. It kind of sucks too, because everything sucks for me. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I can do a lot of things, but I'm really picky when it comes to starting something, or I'm really hesitant when it comes to starting something new. And if it's something that you really suck, um, and you've gotten into it because you were forced, and then you're gonna end it, it's just complicating life even more. I hate complications. Everything was I only had like one job. Multiple people have multiple jobs in the US because they have to pay a shit ton of stuff, which I guess is the system's fault and their fault as well. I don't really like the US, to be honest. I'm ever since I've come here. Um there's a huge difference of culture that I don't really identify with, and it's just good for money. I suppose everyone comes here just to get a better life when it comes to the financial aspect of things. But if you have no skill and you come here, you either have to change, evolve, and develop skills that would allow you to develop a lifestyle of your own of your own, I guess, desires and an image. Then you'd be good. But otherwise, you're fucked because no one's gonna give you shit here. If you don't, I don't know, like there are a ton of people that are lazy bums like me, probably, that don't do much and just wait to be given stuff and just live on the streets. Not because they want it, but some of them do, but others just are the unfortunate sacrifices of life, I guess. I don't know what the fuck I'm going with this, but just finding a path in life is difficult, and knowing where you're going. And if you don't start early, like my biggest problem is that I didn't start early enough. I thought that I'd be going with my college or my school, just follow that path and make that into something. But unfortunately, it didn't go that way. Because I changed. I changed my approach. I discovered stuff that I wasn't really ready for, and then I kind of backed out. Had other priorities, and now I'm just scraping by emotionally. Financially, no, because I guess I mean, that doesn't matter. But what matters is the mental part. That's fucking me up. So yeah, guilt. Just guilt for not working, ironically. Just being a functional human being and not feeling like you're dragging someone down because you're laying at home waiting to be called to work and not looking for a job, another one that nothing. And the fact that I don't identify with anything, that I can afford being picky, is already a prick thing to do, because other people just pick up anything they find because they have no choice. I think I have the luxury to pick jobs, which kind of that's me. That's my own thing. How dare I do such a thing? But I do it because that's how I feel. Anyone who disagrees, you can not listen to this, I guess. I'm I'm spoiled, yes, and I really don't want to, I don't know, do something that I don't want to do. Even though my mom always said that even if you don't want to, sometimes you have to. Well, in this case, I really don't want to, and I probably won't do it. I guess I'm a grown ass man. I can make my own decisions, even if they're bad ones. Um. So yeah, mentality matters. Feeling guilt sucks, and just finding your path in life is something that probably need to do, but I don't know if it's easy. It's not easy, I guess. For some it is. And the fact that I'm 30, I don't know if I should feel old or young. I look at some people nowadays and they're like 26, 27, and they're already very well off working and doing stuff they like. Well, I'm just looking at them doing it, and I'm dreaming of doing the same thing, kind of, but it just doesn't work for me because I don't have what they have. I'm not them, I'm someone else, and who I am and what I am isn't enough, and just won't be sufficient to get to that point, and just being someone else isn't a solution either. So just pure confusion of who you are, what you are, and where you're going. And it's so easy to compare yourself nowadays because I've come to the conclusion that ignorance is bliss. In the past, you would not be so exposed to someone else's fortune, someone else's life, job, work, existence, on such a large scale. And you'd probably be like, you probably encounter one or two people who would live a very fortunate life, and then everyone else would be in the same pot as you. So then you'd all be suffering together, and you wouldn't, everyone would like aspire to be like that fortunate person. But now there are so many fortunate people, I guess, and their age is so like small, early. They're young. All of them are young. If you're older, feel like even a few years older, and they've begun doing what they've been doing for the past 7 years, and it took them that much time to get what they are, and you haven't done shit in all that time, and or maybe you've done stuff, but it didn't amount to anything. Starting to do what they do now, I mean, it's never too late, I guess, but it still feels like, what's the point? Like, back then it was easier. It wasn't such an oversaturated market. People were not doing it for the money. People were not everyone was trying to do the same thing. So picking it up just allowed you had room to grow. Now you don't. Now you really have to become a fucking multi-talented polyglot, I guess. Well, that's not technically. I mean, multilingual is also nice, but multi-talented individual to be able to, I guess, have a job like that. But not everyone is cut out for it. It depends. Everyone has a different color. Everyone has a different shit. I shouldn't have said that. What I mean by color is talent. Not everyone is cut in the same way and has the same amount of traits and qualities and talents and so on. So just because seems like everyone is doing some form of entertainment on their own because it's so easy nowadays, gives the impression that anyone else can do it, and anyone else, and that's probably true, but in the end it still takes a certain thing to pop out and be special, be different. Okay, someone's trying to call me, and I'm gonna call him in a few minutes anyway. Yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna make this. Maybe 30 minutes? Maybe less? I have no idea. We'll see. But it's 30 minutes now, and I don't think I want to go further than this. So I don't know. If you didn't start early enough, and starting now, it's never too late, but there's some form of pressure to grow. Especially, I personally feel pressure. I don't know why, I just feel pressure. Like, I expect a lot from me. And if I I don't feel like I can do something at a high level and fast enough, I'm not motivated to start it. because I feel like I'm gonna just fuck it up. And just I'm into this spiral of disappointment all the time. Like, why try something when you're gonna fail anyway? That's how I feel. Or not, maybe not fail, but if you're not gonna succeed, why even try? It's kind of weird, and it's a very faulty way of thinking, and I don't recommend it at all. Just take example from me and don't do what I do. Just maybe it's difficult to stay optimistic. I totally understand that. I've learned a way to kind of reuse my negativity and use it in a different direction because I write stuff, but for some people, maybe it's not that easy. And getting happy is not that easy at all. Just staying happy or something, I don't know. Motivated, the best way of feeling fulfilled is doing something you like. Even if it doesn't make money, I guess, or if it makes money, good job for you. Trying to make it to make money is, again, super difficult, especially for someone who's not good with selling stuff and selling it yourself. And just because being like copycat of everyone else doesn't feel right. You just want attention. I wrote an article a while ago, the billboard generation. Everyone nowadays is just a huge ass billboard. Everyone selling something. Everyone is pointing at a certain product. Everyone just has plastered on their face a certain object that needs to be sold because they need to make money too. And companies are just attaching themselves like leeches to these individuals trying to sell stuff. So in the end, sometimes they're taking advantage of the attention that person gets to sell stuff. So they're basically, in the end, it's not their talent that's making them money, but they're gathering the attention that allows them to do it. That's why everyone wants attention nowadays. It's a very easy way of making money. But for you first have to gather attention, and you can gather good attention, you can gather bad attention. It depends on your values and principles. But I found out that I don't identify with the idea of being a copycat, and I'm not good at gathering attention because I wouldn't know what to do with it. And maybe even maintain it. And it's like I'm trying to do something that's against my own core values, like my own inner being, kind of. And it feels so wrong. But because it seems easy, and what took me in to streaming or like YouTubing, or just the power these people have is quite large. The fact that they can change someone's day, or they changed mine. I've started streaming and kind of fell in love with YouTube and stuff with certain individuals just watching them change my day or like improve my day in a certain way just made me feel like I want to pay back. I want to do what they've done because I have my own minuses on the inside, and I wanted to fill them up with acceptance from others and making someone's day better to give myself value. I have a lot of defects and a lot of minuses and a lot of stuff that needs to be fixed and repaired. I have no idea if this is going to be used or not. I'm just looking at the meter go up and down as I talk, and I'm thinking when I should start. I have no idea if this is going to amount to anything. It probably won't. But maybe, I don't know if I need to edit anything on this. Probably not. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll just post it as it is. It's technically a podcast, sort of. We'll see. I have no idea, but we'll see. Maybe I'll use it for something. I wanted to make it in a different format, but this is just a prototype. Rants, talking to myself. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of things on my mind, a lot of complaints, a lot of just sad stuff that brings me down by my own hand in a world where making money seems to be the most important thing, and finding an easy way to do it. Trying to be original and still kind of honest and earnest about how you do it. Trying not to leech yourself onto others and get attention and attract it in a, because they always say there's no such thing as bad publicity. Any publicity is publicity, but you still kind of would like to have some sort of positive vibe around you. Especially I personally would like that. But it's so difficult to even be visible and without having those traits to strike a conversation with the stream, because everyone's paranoid as well. Like if you go talk to other streamers and other people, some of them will just be paranoid of you trying to leech onto them and grasp attention. But this might be me overthinking. I'm paranoid. I have a tendency to see the bad in people, maybe sometimes the good, but I expect the worst all the time, which makes me just not want to go outside or not have anything to do with anyone. Stay away as much as possible, because I've been around people and it didn't really end up well sometimes. So I'm not cutting all connections, just, I'm filtering most of it. I'm not seeking it. So these characteristics are not something that can help you in the social media society of today, which really blows. So, and I'm not eager to learn anything new. It's just difficult. Feels like learning on my own. I get nowhere again. So yeah, I don't know. Tell me your thoughts, I guess. How do you feel about yourself and motivation in society today, and like social media, and trying, or have you tried making it online like everyone else is, like and what platform or where, or how does it affect you? I doubt this will be heard by anyone, but if it does, who knows? Maybe I'll make more, but I don't think so. Feels like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. Regardless, I don't care. I try not to. I lie. I always care, unfortunately. But yeah, kind of want to sign off. I've been talking for 40 minutes on my own about random shit. Can't believe it. Holy fuck. Okay. Yeah. Maybe next time I'll talk about anime. That seems to be a little bit better. I was thinking of kind of fitting in some anime, but make a part of like something that I want to rant about. An anime that I like, or something that I've read recently, because I'm really big into that. Because I'm so unhappy, or like not unhappy, but like my life is so boring in a way that I tend to dive in anime worlds and try to live through the characters in those. And that's my way of kind of coping, or I don't know. Yeah, because I'm a very boring person. I don't really do much. I don't really have anything special about me that stands out or feels different, or I don't know, unique. Aside from the fact that I complain a lot, which isn't really unique. Anyone can complain, but I'm a pro. Believe me, I'm a pro. The fact that I was able to complain about a lot of shit, jump from one thing to another for almost 40 minutes is kind of a lot. I don't know if I'm even gonna edit this. Probably. We'll see. But I feel like podcasts should be full, but no one really wants or likes listening to 40-minute videos of a no-name dude talking about how much his life fucking sucks. Anyone can do that. I'm a pro though. You're not better than me. If you are, props to you. Your life seriously sucks. But if your life seriously sucks and you're not complaining, then props to you for being able to like withstand it and pulling through, even if it really sucks. I think that I'm pulling through, but my way of coping is basically complaining and talking about it, which helps. But not everyone around you is willing to listen. So now everyone is nowadays is just doing podcasts. Hence me, right here. The person you're listening to. I don't know if this is a podcast. This is weird. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off. Till next time, guys, stay safe, stay alive. And you know where to find me. I'm out. Have a good one. Bye.